it's Mike with BitcoinHomebase.com, and just wanted to make another quick video that's going to give you a pretty broad overview of our top picks for cryptocurrency and for coins for 2018. We've had a lot of people requesting this, so we wanted to give you guys our 2 cents on what we think are going to be some of the biggest movers in 2018. Again, this is not financial advice, but we just wanted to show you guys where we've invested ourselves, where we have our money, and show you why we think these are great bets for coins for 2018. So anyway, the video that we've got pulled up here probably tips our hat a little bit. Cardano is our #1 pick for 2018. It's already had some pretty decent movement. We had a massive jump from about 12 cents to somewhere in the neighborhood of 55 cents, and then we've settled out around the 40-cent range now. But we're looking for really big things to happen with Cardano. The reason why we like Cardano so much is that it is one of the most technically sound of the cryptocurrencies out there right now. So it's incredibly scalable. It is also going to really focus on generating stability within its own cryptocurrency, which is not something that you hear a lot of coins really discussing. But I highly recommend watching this interview with Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, on the Data Dash channel here on YouTube. So I'll put a link in the description below so you can go check this out. And if you've watched a few of these other background videos on cryptocurrency, on some of the other coins out there, I think you'll be pretty inspired by what he has to say. So this coin, Cardano, which is ADA on the market, you really will see that they've thought out a lot of the pain points that some of the other coins are having right now, and they've discovered ways to sort of sidestep these limitations that we're seeing with Bitcoin and Ethereum and so many other coins that have based themselves on these popular coins. So this is a highly extensible software tech that they are building upon, and the use case for Cardano is really one of the brightest that we've seen out there. So this is a coin with a really great future, and a future that will be, as it builds and as it scales, highly sustainable. So that scalability and that sustainability is really the key to what makes Cardano a special coin. So if we go over to the coin market cap page right now, it's already become a top 6 coin, even with its relatively low price. So I think we're right now, it says 43 cents. We've been kind of hovering around 40-ish cents since we've had the dip over the last couple of days in Bitcoin. Our all-time high was 55 cents. Anyway, there is a lot of buzz about Cardano, and there are a couple of factors, obviously, that could knock it out of the ballpark. But if we just look at what Ripple has done, so they're already at $1.03 per Ripple, with a market cap of 39 billion, almost $40 billion. So if you look at that in relation to where Cardano would be with this type of market cap, if we get up into the top 5, it's going to be well into the $1.50 range is what it looks like if we can get that kind of market cap. So that's obviously a huge market cap. There's a lot of big hoops we're going to have to jump through to get there. But I think that we are gaining on Litecoin. The tech, in my mind, is just so much better than the Litecoin tech. But obviously, you should research Litecoin. And obviously, I hold a little Litecoin as well. But Cardano is the coin that I've invested a lot more heavily into, because I think that it has a very sound, very scientific, peer-reviewed future ahead of it. So it is really the coin that I could see being one of the more popular daily use coins. Obviously, we've got coins that are going to be more on the value holding side of things, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe even Litecoin. Those will be like the gold and the silver, and then we'll have another coin that's what we're probably going to use and trade into, that we're going to have be our daily currency. So Cardano is really making a big run for that. It is no accident that they are the bull as their logo for Cardano. So anyway, this brings us to number 2 on our list, which is IOTA. Now, what makes IOTA special is that they use an entirely new technology. It is not totally dissimilar to blockchain. It is called the Tangle protocol. Anyway, what makes the Tangle protocol so special is that it is going to be capable of moving so many transactions per second, and it is also going to be based upon technologies that communicate with each other. So the Internet of Things is where IOTA gets its name from, and what it is going to do is going to enable communications between devices, and that alone, that technology, will really strengthen the IOTA platform, really strengthen the possibilities for what this technology could be used for. And this currency could also be a currency that pays between different forms of intelligent internet connected devices. So anyway, there's a huge amount of potential for IOTA. Now, whereas Cardano has already sort of proven itself technologically, IOTA is still in the early stages. So they don't have the peer-reviewed, totally sound, so IOTA is, the tech is definitely there, but it's still in the preliminary phases and it's not been fully implemented yet. That's really important to note about IOTA, but just based on the numbers that we've seen, there's a lot of faith in IOTA. There are a lot of big names on the IOTA team. The Cardano team is super strong, but it is also super strong with IOTA. Some really smart people on this team. So that, for me, is huge. The focus on the tech. So not so much the focus on the PR. These companies are letting their tech speak for themselves. And that's why these coins are number 1 and number 2 for me for 2018, for the strongest coins. So we need to solve some of the problems that we're seeing with scalability and more transactions per second, which is really the biggest problem. In the future, I think that the Lightning Network, from what I hear, is going to solve that problem for Bitcoin. So there's a lot of hope in that. There's also the possibility of extending the size of the blocks, so making the size of the blocks on the blockchain for Bitcoin a little larger. That could also make it so that there are more transactions per second possible for Bitcoin, so we don't see this gumming up of the network. But again, I don't know if in the future we're going to be trading Bitcoin as much as we're going to be holding it. So I think that as this insane volume of trades daily goes down, we'll see people hanging on to Bitcoin more and more. And as the scarcity increases, because right now, we're getting close to another halvening, which is going to happen. So the amount of Bitcoin dropped every 15 minutes from mining is going to cut in half again in 2020. So, it's one of those things where the scarcity is going to drive demand. And so this coin, even though it may not be the coin that we use for our smaller transactions, we're not going to maybe use it to buy a pack of gum at a gas station, but we will probably be using this to purchase houses, to purchase things on a large scale. So Bitcoin, I don't see it going anywhere. I don't see these other technologies making Bitcoin obsolete, but working side by side with the the more established long-term value holders. So I think we've all agreed that we want Bitcoin to be a success and hold that value for us. So in the world of cryptocurrency, we're going to need both of those type of coins. So it looks like the roles of these coins are sort of making themselves a little clearer as we go further and further on, and the picture is looking incredibly bright for those legacy coins as well as some of these new coins. So anyway, so what I'll say is, Bitcoin, even right now, we've got a price of $14,215. We've seen a couple of dips. I personally have been buying the dips. I'm gonna try to just keep this video focused on some of these new and up and coming coins, but it's always worth a mention that if you see an incredible price for Bitcoin, if you see a dip that goes down below $11,000, $12,000, I always buy the dip. That's what I do, and it's what I try to do with some of these other coins as well. So anyway, the next coin that I want to talk about is one that I've only recently started following, and it's on a dip right now, so it's a really good time to buy Verge. So Verge here, down to 19 cents. I think I first bought it at 24 cents, but I'm gonna buy a little bit more just because I've heard so many great things about Verge. One of the best recommendations has come from John McAfee. Obviously he's promoting a lot of coins right now, but the one that really caught my attention is Verge. Now, it is not the largest and also not the smallest of the coin supply. If we look at something like, here we go, 14 billion coins, maybe almost 14.5 billion that are going to be circulating. But it's really risen up the ranks pretty quickly. The price of Verge for where it sits right now, to me, looks like that there's a lot of potential. And I know that people have been calling for it to, at some point, maybe hit a high of $15 per coin. So it's very exciting. Looks really solid as far as the tech goes as well. Again, my number one for tech is always going to be Cardano, but there's a lot of great things to be said about Verge as well. So going next into coins that are a little bit more, I would say that right now I don't know if it's a great time to buy because we're still pretty close to its all-time high, but I think it's going to be a big year for Ripple. So it's already entered the top 5 of the coin market cap. So it's got a $40 billion basically market cap. We're just shy of that $40 billion mark, and we're at $1.03. So the Asian markets have been the main driving force behind this rapid rise of Ripple into the top 5. Literally blew by a ton of coins, but I see that even though it has a very large supply, anyway, Ripple has it's a large supply of coins, but the Asian markets have been embracing this coin rapidly. I think that there is a lot of potential for over the course of the next year with Ripple. I don't really have a prediction of how high it's going to go. Obviously, the supply of coins is not very scarce, but I think the fact that it's sitting in the top 5 right now means that it's very likely when we start seeing more coins be brought into Coinbase, that Ripple is very likely going to be one of those coins. And also, if you look at the 6 and 7 place, I think we're going to see either Cardano or possibly IOTA brought in as well. So it is really exciting times for some of these coins. But anyway, I don't know if now is the best time to buy into Ripple. I think that it is a great one to watch, but we're definitely going to see this one probably move a good deal next year, as it has already been embraced by the markets and it's very likely to be brought into Coinbase. So there's no guarantees with any of that, obviously. You know, they may pick and choose their coins from a variety of other factors, but just because it has such a huge market cap, I think that they're going to want a piece of that pie, and that it's going to be highly normalized in the Asian markets will also make a lot of sense for them to bring on Ripple. So anyway, one of the other coins, I'm gonna have to hop way down here. Let's see where it's at. I don't know if it's even in the top 100. I choose this coin because of what is happening in the space of laws in California. So one of the biggest changes that's going to come into play in the next year, I believe January 1st in California, is we voted to have the legalization of recreational marijuana. So let's see, maybe I went past it. It's a little hard to spot on this. So legalization of medical marijuana brings us to Hempcoin. So this is a coin that it's not so much a technology push that I would say is going to drive it to the top of the heap, but what's going to make Hempcoin popular and is because, so if you know much about the dispensaries and the growers, there's an enormous problem with them being able to use legitimate banking to get bank accounts for their business of the dispensaries. So they need other avenues to move money between growers, between buyers, and this coin is actually going to be available at some point soon, from what they have reported, to end users to purchase marijuana with. So anyway, it's kind of an out there dark horse, but the fact that this market is going to be one of the biggest global markets at some point soon, medical marijuana, and this coin is looking to make deals with the dispensaries, with the growers, and be a coin that is actually based on another economy, and tied to that economy, I think will cause this coin to soar. You know, it's not been reported on very much. I mean, obviously there's a few channels that I've seen talk about it, smaller channels. None of the top channels have been talking about Hempcoin or Potcoin. Potcoin is also another option, but seeing what they're putting in place as far as infrastructure, Hempcoin in my mind seems like a sure bet than Potcoin. Just because of their plan seems a little bit more of a clear roadmap, and it seems a little bit more sustainable how to bring it into the marketplace that already exists. So I feel like, for me, this is something that I want to put some money into and watch. It's an exciting coin, it's an exciting marketplace, and the fact, again, that it's tethered to a real economy that is going to be a multi-billion-dollar economy globally, that has a real problem, and that problem is that they can't move money around very easily. So they're going to need a way to do that. So Hempcoin could end up with a ridiculously massive market cap. I think we're right now only at $80 million, but still, it has so much potential, and the fact that they're going to have to use a currency, and if this currency favors their industry in any particular way, through some of the deals that they strike, through some of their negotiations, it's going to take off. It's going to be hopefully the main coin that is used within the medical and recreational marijuana space. So anyway, just wanted to share that list of coins, guys. We have so many great things on the horizon in the crypto space for 2018. I'm really excited to be in it with you guys. If you have any questions about any of these coins, please put them down in the comments below. And also, as always, we are giving away a free crypto kitty. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, you click like on this video, and you leave a comment with your MetaMask address. If you don't have the MetaMask wallet, you're probably not already playing CryptoKitties, because that's the only way to play CryptoKitties is to log in with a MetaMask wallet. So you want to get that, works with your Chrome browser, leave us a comment with that MetaMask wallet address, as well as like the video and subscribe, and you are entered into the drawing. Next drawing is on Friday the 29th of December. So anyway, feel free to enter on any of the recent videos that have that date on the 29th. All of those are going to be counted in the drawing. So alright guys, well I hope you have really happy holidays. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas to everybody who's celebrating, and we will talk to you guys in the next video.